Welcome, everyone, to One and a Half Gaysians, the podcast where we talk about pop culture and politics with an Gaysian twist. I am Derrick, Christina. Nope. Fuck. Derrick, Vicky, Christina, Barcelona.
And I'm Allan. I think you need to get a shorter name.
I like that name because
you know that when I first met you,
a lot of people.
Everyone was like, I was like, oh yeah, did you see Derrick? Derrick Barcelona? And I'm like, huh? I was like, oh, Derrick, Vicky, Christina. He has a fake name on all his profiles.
It's not a fake name. That's my real name.
That's his real name.
It's my stage name.
So you sound a little hoarse, Derrick.
I do. I'm sorry.
Have you been partying a lot? Because you weren't here this weekend.
I was not. I was in Los Angeles County, which is a city within California.
I think everyone knows where
Do they know it is? Okay. Well, that's where I was.
I think everyone knows where it is.
That was me trying to be low-key, LK, cool about it all because that's what they do in California.
He's trying to be like, I was in Madison. I went to Melrose.
I did go Melrose.
I was in WeHo.
I did go to WeHo.
So what was the purpose of your trip?
So I have a fantastically amazing cousin who was very gracious enough to host me.
Is he a Gaysian?
He is not. He is heterosexual. And Danny, if you're listening, you're the man. And thank you. And his beautiful girlfriend Natasha were kind enough to host me.
Oh, is that the girl that you sent a picture of?
Yes.
She's also not Gaysian, but she's half Asian.
She is part of a family of. Apparently, it just FYI. In Los Angeles, there are so fucking many half Filipino millennials just because there's obviously a huge Filipino population, which I discovered. And then they're just, spreading their seed and doing their thing.
Yeah,
all the nannies, all the nannies getting them white babies. Getting them white babies. Yeah.
That's who you moms should be, you Real Housewives should be looking out for.
Don't worry about the cute white girl. Watch out for the sassy Filipina that slips into your house. So anyway, there's a huge Filipino population. I actually went to a Filipino mall.
What?
So there's this. So Glendale is a part of California where my cousin and his girlfriend live, and it's a big Filipino population. They have a fucking mall that has a seafood city. It has a Jollibee. It has.
Does it have an SM? As an SM?
They have one of those things where you can send boxes to your... They have somewhere you can send money to your family in the Philippines because that's what you do, y'all. That's what you do. If you got family in the Philippines, you're sending them money.
So... What else?
So I went on a horror movie set scavenger hunt.
Okay, wait.
Did you not see the photos?
Yeah. So what did you do?
So last year I went to the high school in Torrance, California, where they shot Buffy the Vampire Slayer and 90210. She's All That.
Yeah.
There's this one fucking high school where they shot everything, and that's in Torrance,
I think
California.
They even shot that. Didn't they shoot Bring It On there too?
Yes.
Or did they just use the name?
No, they shot it there too.
Okay.
So this year I went to the house from Halloween, which is in South Pasadena. So it was like a 20-minute drive, and it was funny because on fucking Google Maps, it's actually you could type in Michael Myers' house. It's a legit thing. So apparently it was on one part of the street, and because everyone was coming and taking photos, they moved it to a more optimal. They moved it to the end of the street, so there was a car street in front of it. It had just like a big open space.
A driveway, you mean?
No, because most houses face a street.
Yeah.
So it didn't face a street. It faced off a street.
Oh.
So there was a whole area because apparently at Halloween it gets fucking insane. everyone's there taking photos.
Yeah, I didn't. You sent me the photo and I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, so I went to the actual Michael Myers house. That's the one listed in
As Michael Myers.
as Michael Myers house.
Because you went to Nancy's house, right? From Nightmare.
Yeah. So Nancy's house is in West Hollywood.
Oh my
Oddly
God.
enough, the gays, yes, it's in West Hollywood, and it's just that I thought people would be taking photos there, but it was just out there. And then the house that Johnny Depp was, it's literally across the street. So that house still exists and looks the same as the movie, and the Nightmare on Elm Street house looks the same in the movie.
Did you find the alleyway where what's her name?
Tina?
Yeah.
I didn't. Is that?
Did you go to the locker room from the
That's
second
hot.
movie?
That one's gay. That one's like infamously known as the gay horror
That's
movie.
that's the one that had so much gay subtext. For any of you who haven't seen it or don't know horror movies,
Yeah, okay, this is a good segue. Because what I've realized, WeHo sucks. Like, WeHo actually is super lame. It's not my scene. Because it's more, if you're like a scenester, like young Twinkie, not Twinkie, yeah, Twinkie. If you're like a young gay, WeHo is your spot to like be seen. Everyone was really pretty. Everyone was 12 years old. The music was the worst because you don't care. Like, you actually don't care about the music. You just want to try to get fucked, and you just want to be able to drink.
is it like going to Buddies?
Imagine
Like on a regular
Buddies
night.
was a whole street.
Ugh.
It was so.
No,
the
I've been to
Abbey is-
WeHo, but
The Abbey is not even gay. So like,
wait, okay, yeah, go on.
so the people that are our age go out in Silverlake.
Yeah.
And they try to claim it as like the bear. Oh shit!
Did you go to the Bear Bar?
Okay, what I've realized is that when they're saying bear, they're literally saying everyone over the age of 30.
Oh my God.
Because you're right? Because your biology changes, and when
No,
and when,
but do they mean like?
no, they
let me
mean
just start.
everyone over the age of 30. Because they're a little softer in the tummy. They're a little, like, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, because you have a man body, because your fucking hormones and your testosterone and your metabolism have all come to a screeching halt.
But did you actually see any bears? Or are they like?
I did see bears,
What do they call it?
but I wouldn't even call them bears. They're just guys in their 30s with regular bodies.
Ugh.
So along
Okay.
those lines, I met the most like beautiful Filipino man while I was there, and we had this amazing, fun night. And one of the things we talked about, like, I'm telling you, like, if he lived in Toronto, like, he is a fucking like 10 as far as I'm concerned. Like, he's like tall, very good body, covered in tattoos, bearded, like all the cliche things that you find attractive in men. He was, but his confidence was always tarnished because white guys would always think that they were better than him, and he told me this. He's just like, I dated this white guy and he didn't understand on dating apps that as an Asian he had a different experience on apps than as a white guy.
Yeah.
And the example that he used was he took his grinder and he changed his because there's an ethnicity filter, and he changed his ethnicity from Asian to black and to white, and all three times it changed the grid of the people that appeared because other people had filters based on race.
Yeah.
So he basically showed his white boyfriend, like, these are the people that are available to me on Grindr as an Asian. And it's like, that's tangible that is quantifiable evidence that you have a different experience based on your race. And people treat you differently based on your race, you know?
I totally get what you mean. And it's like an Asian who's a 10.
Yeah. Will
And
never
because
be
like and I'm guilty of it, everyone is. We always see white guys as the ideal, right?
Yeah.
An Asian guy who's a 10 who, you know, regardless of beard, whatever, but has a nice body.
They help though.
Even if he has a huge cock,
Yeah.
huge dick, nice body, nice ass. He's verse, and he's like verse, but he also has a nice job. He's funny.
Where are these guys?
No, there are guys like that.
Are there?
But like, you know, he hits all those marks. But because we see white men as the ideal, he'll always be
Number
like
one.
a 5
Yeah.
in like the gay spectrum.
That's fucked.
Because there's a lot of people that cannot see past race.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to be real, and I'm sorry that everyone's just like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's a preference. No, like, you say it's a preference, but it's because it's been ingrained in you from when you were a kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're taught from a very young age, oh, the white person is the ideal.
Yeah. That the 100% permeates all cultures because, well, even in the Philippines, all the TV celebrities and all the presenters are all mixed.
Yeah, in the Philippines. There's a term for this,
Mestizo.
mestizo, and that's basically a very fair-skinned Filipino who you don't have to be half.
Are you sure?
No, mestizo means like mixed, but I think that's like the literal term. But at this point, there is a lot of like fair-skinned. Like I have a few second cousins who are.
So I thought that mestizo was mysterious.
Well, maybe that's what it means.
Doesn't that make?
Really.
I feel like that makes more sense.
Like mysterious.
Yeah, you're like, what is he? He's mixed, but I don't know what it is. That's mysterious. That's mestizo. No? Doesn't that make sense?
No, that's what I thought so too. So, back to your horror house trip.
Yeah.
When I was in LA, I think 5 years ago, I went to this party called Game Boy.
Oh, okay. I've heard it. They
Did
still
they tell
throw
you
it.
that? Oh.
No, they still throw it.
So Game Boy, it's not spelled Game Boy. It's spelled G-A-M Boy.
Ooh.
With an I.
Wait, what? Where's
Meaning
the I?
boy, B-O-I.
Oh, Christ.
Meaning gay Asian male boy party. And when I went,
That's
I was
Gam Boy.
Game Boy, but it's meant to be like Game Boy.
Okay.
Game Boy was mostly towards sticky rice guys. But then a really cute Irish guy, I met him, hung out with him, and on my second last day, I was like, hey, are you off today? And he says, yeah. And I said, do you want to go for a drive?
Fuck?
He's like, sure.
Did you have a car?
He had a car.
Okay. So you asked him
I was
if
like,
he wanted to drive.
I said,
And then expected
hey,
him to be
have
good.
you ever been
That's really presumptuous.
I said, have you ever been to Torrance, California?
Did you go to the Buffy school?
Yes.
Yes!
I was like, let's go to this address. Let's
That's
go to
weird.
this address.
Have
And
you
he's
been to
just,
this specific address?
he's literally like, okay, sure. But he just wanted to hang out. So, you've been to the Buffy house, right?
Yeah. No, I only went to the Buffy school.
What?
I didn't do the house.
Huh.
I didn't do the
So
extra.
this is for another episode.
Yeah.
Who is the bigger Buffy fan?
Because
Because I've been to Buffy's house.
I don't think that's a fucking metric that we can use.
No. Anyways, go to the house. The house is basically, it's not boarded up or anything, but
Oh.
unless you didn't know the exact address, you would not know it was
It's
their
not
house.
Ravello Drive.
No, because The owners of the house right now basically do not cut the grass, do not trim bushes because they know that this is Buffy's house. So they're trying to make it as unrecognizable as possible.
That's lame.
It's like Carrie Bradshaw's house. There's a chain on the steps. Did you go to the mayor's? Did you go to the city hall?
I only went to the high school.
Oh, the city hall's like on the way to the high school.
I only kid about the high
Oh,
school.
okay. Anyways,
I went to the main one.
did you go to the Abbey on a Sunday?
No, is that when it's popping?
We went on a Sunday at like 7 p.m. and I'm like, what the fuck?
So what they told me is that Sunday Fun Day is a huge thing in LA.
I believe it because it was like 7 p.m. My friend Dean, who lives there, picks me up from my hotel. We go out to eat, and he's like, "Do you want to go to the bar?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. I'm leaving tomorrow. Why not?" Get there, and I'm like, "Is there a special event? Do you guys have a holiday tomorrow?" He's like, "No." And I said, "Holy shit! It's literally like fly on a holiday weekend here in Toronto." It was like packed.
I'm telling you, Sunday Fun Day. Every person I talk to, they're like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing Saturday?" They're like, "I don't know, whatever." What are you doing Sunday? Because everything's fun on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck." I think I don't need I honestly, and here's the East Coast versus West Coast to surmise the difference is I think that West Coast you can succeed on your physical appearance. East Coast you can succeed on your physical appearance, but I think you can also succeed on your accomplishments.
That makes
So I couldn't live on the West Coast because I don't as much as I do care about my appearance, I don't care about it enough that I'm not placing my bets on my fucking hotness to fucking get me through life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need to be smart, and I need to be strategic, and I need to bank on my intelligence. Is it that simple to divide between intelligence?
No, I totally agree. I don't know, I can't pinpoint it. There's
you can
something
coast.
about
You can coast on the
and
West
it's like,
Coast.
is it because they're by the ocean?
Yeah.
It's a more chill, relaxed vibe.
You can coast
And
on
I mean,
the West Coast.
I went there in 2016 and I loved it. I don't know why I loved it more this
LA
time.
or Vancouver?
LA. And I think it was because it was so chill. My mind was like somewhere like different now or back in 2016.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could totally live here. I'm not like 26 anymore, 25. I could live here. But then I come back to Toronto and I'm like, no, I could never live there.
No.
There's Toronto, New York, like the East Coast is real. I don't know what it is.
You know what it is? It's the cold keeps it real for us. I honestly think it does, because I think that I've said this about hot climates, that if I lived in a hot climate, i.e. LA or Miami or Mexico, I honestly think that I'd be so horny all the time. No, seriously. I think I would be so horny all the time from the heat that I wouldn't care about doing anything else.
Yeah.
I would be so overcome because heat makes you horny.
Yeah.
Like, I feel there's some sort of scientific research behind that, but heat makes you horny. So if I lived in a hot climate, I would just worry about getting my dick wet. Where it's cold, I want to snuggle. I want to stay indoors.
I want to be in a relationship with someone.
I want to be in a relationship and order pizza and watch Netflix in the middle of January.
Oh, God.
Because you haven't done that every fucking weekend in January.
So on that note, Tupac versus Biggie, East Coast versus West Coast. I love the West Coast, but I am a East Coaster, not Halifax, not PEI, but I am a Torontonian at heart.
And I also as an East Coaster because but to be fair, we're also central because the East Coast is technically
You know what I
Nova
mean.
Scotia. So we're central Canada, but I'm also East Coast is the Beast Coast because they say West Coast is the best coast, East Coast is the
Beast.
Beast Coast. Okay, thank you. All right,
Bye.
bye.